If you are someone who is looking for your very own two-bedroom here on the island of Ambergris Caye and your budget is under that $400,000 mark, tune in because we have a few great options for you on the market today. My name is Rachel Jensen. I'm the broker owner of Luna Realty Belize. Ambergris Caye has been my home over the last 13 years, and I'm excited to share these real estate opportunities with you. So Ambergris Caye is the #1 tourism destination for the entire country of Belize. A lot of that has to do with the fact that the reef, if you can follow my cursor over here, the reef parallels the island of Ambergris Caye, meaning it's very easy and quick to get out to the reef, to dive, snorkel, fish, do all of those water activities. In about 5 minutes, you can be off the boat into the water. And this is a big reason that people have been drawn to the island here, especially since the 70s. But over time, we have found it to be a very family-friendly destination. Now we're seeing families travel with young kids, with their grandparents, family reunions happening here, bachelorette parties. It is absolutely an island that has seen an increase in tourism over the last few decades. Population here is about 30,000 people. That does swell during high season. High season is considered about US Thanksgiving, so end of November until about Easter. And then we have shoulder season. And then come June and July, we do have an uptick typically in tourism, more so July for Lobster Fest and fun events that are coming up. And then August, September, October, we are back into slow season. That is also considered rainy season. But getting here from the mainland is really quite simple. There are two different ways that you can get from Belize City here to the island of Ambergris Caye. There's the water taxi. It takes about an hour and 30 minutes from Belize City. There are two different companies, Caribbean Sprinter and San Pedro Express. And once you get on the boat, you'll be able to get here to the island in about an hour and 30 minutes. The other option is by a pedal jumper. That's a small Cessna Caravan, about 15 passenger plane that will take you from Belize City here to the island of Ambergris Caye. So just depending on your preferred method of travel and transportation, you can find yourself here on the island. Now you'll see on the map, there's a pin at the bridge. So that also is depicted here in the picture. The bridge is really what separates the north side of the island from the south side of the island. And I'm going to highlight this to you because as we're talking about real estate opportunities, we refer to places north of miles north of the bridge. So this is the bridge here, and then the properties in town, and then properties south of town. So this is all San Pedro town. If you can follow my cursor over here, this is all called Boca del Rio. This is where there is a park. There's a playground over here. This is where families will get together on Sundays, have barbecues. This is the stretch where you'll find beach bars such as Wyo's or Hurricanes, Palapa bars located down here as well. Continuing down, this is the San Pedro town, and then you are south of the San Pedro town. And there's about 4 miles of the island just south of San Pedro. So I'm going to highlight a few opportunities to you. I do have the map on each of the slides, so you're going to be able to see where they are in relation to the bridge, but this should just help you to gauge the location. And also miles does not always mean that's how long it's going to take you. I know typically in North America, it's like, all right, 6 miles. If you're on the freeway, 60 miles an hour, it'll take you 6 minutes to get there. Please remember, we drive golf carts here. Golf carts are the primary mode of transportation. Not all of the roads are paved. So I did also indicate how long it will take for you to get to that location via golf cart. So a couple of things to highlight before we jump in is the island happenings. This is something that's really important for you to follow as either a real estate investor, somebody who's looking to plan and spend time here in the country, specifically in San Pedro. You want to know what's going on. The current mayor, Mayor Wally, he is with the Blue Party, the People's United Party. He was reelected last year. So he has another couple of years, another few years in office. Their administration has been pushing, I would say, structural improvements and infrastructure improvements on the island. They've paved a handful of roads. They are putting an artisan market on Back Street. They're fixing up Sacatispas, which is the field where a lot of the events happening. And as you can see here on the right-hand side, they're going to be doing a lot more infrastructure improvements as well. So it's always neat to see what's going to happen. And then, of course, even better to see it actually happen. So we'll keep you updated as we plan and as we continue to see progress in that regard. Now, something else to mention is San Pedro is a very festive town. The island of Ambergris Caye loves to have its celebrations, loves to be doing different events and celebrating the people who live here. So we do have Dia del San Pedro. That is June 28th. If you're here in town, make sure you go to the Street Fest happening at 6 p.m. Note this is Belize time, so, show up a little bit there afterwards. And then the Central Park show, which says happens at 7, but it, of course, could be later than that. Lobster Fest, which is one of our biggest events, and this is really one of the biggest draws of tourism for July. That starts July 1st and is going to go through the 12th. July 1st is when lobster season reopens. So we have about 2 weeks of events and great restaurants that are hosting special events during that 2-week period. And then we conclude with a big block party on July 12th. So we're really excited about that. Do make sure that if you're not able to come down this year for 2025, stay tuned for next year. The block party is one of my favorite events that they do here. It's very festive. It's when they have a bunch of different restaurants put booths up in the park, and they will have different meals, usually lobster related, for you to try, music. Some people even dress up like lobster. It's just a really, really good time here. But the island is absolutely a festive place. There's always something going on, and we invite you to experience that when you come down. So let's talk a little bit more specifically about the 2-bedroom market. It seems a lot of people these days are looking for 2 bedrooms. This has been a recent shift, I would say, from what people have been purchasing in the past. So Ambergris Caye was really a destination for divers, fishermen, snorkelers, and it was more of a adventure destination. You were getting couples that were traveling together. You were maybe getting honeymooners, dive groups that were looking for singular rooms. So there weren't necessarily a lot of 2 bedrooms that were on the market, 10 years ago. About over the last 10 years, we've seen more condo projects pop up, more that are incorporating 2 bedrooms into their floor plans. So we don't have as many 2 bedrooms as we have 1 bedrooms or studios on the market. So with that being said, we have about 58 2 bedrooms on the market right now, not including the pre-construction properties. Do note that these numbers are as of June 25th, 2025. I will tell you that it may or may not be completely accurate. It just depends on if our other real estate companies are updating their websites and marking things as sold or not sold. But this is a very, very good average for you. So today, as it stands, resale condos, we have 58 condos on the market today. Average price, when we take all 58 of those and then divide it by 58, is going to be $463,565 US. This is as of June 2025. If we look at the numbers before, we can see that the numbers have been steadily increasing from June 2023, where it's at 426, June 2024, whereas at 433, and now as June 2025, we are at 463 as the average price. Average price for a 2-bedroom resale condos, not including pre-construction. Now let's jump to the 2-bedroom resale homes. On the market today, resale homes, not pre-construction, there are only 11, and the average price of that is $504,909. This is all going to be in US dollars. Everything you see for the slides going forward is going to be in US dollars as well. So I like to highlight this information just to help set expectations. Like I've said, I know a lot of people are coming in with that 350 to 400,000 range looking for a 2-bedroom. Just understand that it is going to be a limited market. So you really have to understand what's most important to you. Is it going to be modern? Is it going to be that it is on the water? Is it going to be that there's financing? Is it going to be that it's a 2-bedroom? Really understand the most important parts of owning a 2-bedroom or of owning a condo here. And then we'll see if we are able to find that for you. So I do want to also mention that there are only about 20% of the sellers that are offering seller financing. Do note that if you're a foreigner and you're looking for property here in Belize, it is very, very difficult to find financing, traditional bank financing in Belize here. There's one international bank, only one international bank on the island that will finance to foreigners. However, their rates are not always favorable. It's typically 50% down, 10-year term, 11% interest, plus a loan origination fee, which is about 3%, plus annual or monthly bank fees. So, I'd say it's a great plan Z if you've exhausted the other options. So what sellers have done is they offer seller financing. What this means is you're going to be paying the seller a monthly payment, usually with some sort of interest. And then when the property is paid off in full, that's when the title transfer happens. But again, this is only about 20% of the sellers. Sellers can decide if they want to offer seller financing. If not, then just anticipate that it's going to be a cash deal. Now, it is not always indicated on listing links if there is seller financing or not. So you do have to probe sometimes, but do make sure that if you need financing, you're letting your real estate agent know that ahead of time, because it's not going to make sense for you to be looking at properties that are not offering seller financing. So, all right, let's jump right in over here with opportunity number one. What I did is I broke it down into 7 different options that are on the market right now and have different numbers for them. If there's any information that you would like about this property, please email us directly, info@lunarealtybelize.com. You can just put June 2025 in the subject line, opportunity number 1, so that we are getting the details over to you. Like I mentioned, we're doing this June 25th, 2025. So the opportunity may or may not be on the market by the time that you're listening. But of course, you can reach out and we can fill you in on the availability. So this property here, it's a Laguna condo, which is located about a quarter-mile north of the bridge. This is in a very desirable location because you're so close to town, where you're in town in just a couple of minutes, but you're also out of all of the craziness of town. So you have the best of both worlds. This specific unit does currently have a water view. However, do note that there's the road there in front, and this is an empty lot. So anything could get built on it at any point. So just understand that this is a great price. This is one of the lowest prices that you're going to be finding for a 2-bedroom. Do note that this property is a little bit older. I will gladly send you photos if you want to see the rest of the photos, but the kitchen will need to be redone. The bathroom is like a bright yellow color that will need to be redone, needs a little bit of TLC. However, if you're looking for that affordable option, this could be one for you. So it's 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It's on the 2nd floor, it looks a little bit larger than 1,200 square feet. I don't think they included the veranda space, which is about 400 square feet, bringing you to a total of about 1,600 square feet. Monthly HOA is $337, annual insurance $2,106. Again, all in US, and again, going for only $249. And I say only because this is a really great price in a great location, but the condo is going to need a little bit of updating if you're somebody who finds that important. This isn't within Laguna, like I mentioned, that's a lagoon front development. So there are some properties that do have lagoon views. This one, like I mentioned, currently has a view of the Caribbean, but that could change in the future. I do want to mention that not all of these properties are our listing. We do believe in showing you everything that's on the market based on what you're looking for. So I just do want to mention that too, but we can always provide you with additional information and help you if you decide that you do want to move forward with one of these other properties. All right, opportunity number 2. This is located at Ishtanha, and that's how you pronounce it, Ishtanha. This is unit number 14, and it's located about 7 miles north of the bridge. So if you can follow my cursor, it's located close to the beginning of the new town area. It does take about 40 minutes to get to this location by golf cart. This specific condo is a gardens facing condo, so you do not have water views here. However, there are 2 really beautiful pools on this property at Ishtanha, and you are able to walk right out. This is a ground floor or 1st floor unit, and you're able to walk right out there to the pool and then be at the Caribbean in just a minute or so. Within the property, with being on site, you do have the 2 pools, like I mentioned. There's also a restaurant on site. They have a concierge, a desk. They also have an in-house rental management company to take care of rentals for you, should you decide that you want to rent it out. I know this property was rented at one point. However, the owners took it out of the rental program, did some fix-ups to it, were coming and going as they were pleasing, and now they are putting it on the market. So 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Do note that this square footage wasn't indicated specifically in the listing link. We went through it about 2 weeks ago. I'm going to guess, my best guesstimate is that it's about 800 square feet, but we can always get that confirmation for you. HOA, monthly HOA at $282. Insurance is $1,625. And this is going for $260. This is a true 2-bedroom, 2-bath. You can see granite countertops and some nice finishes on a little bit of a smaller side. It's a little bit cozier, but you do have that Caribbean access, and you also have really nice gardens views. This is opportunity number 2. If you're interested in Ishtanha, feel free to reach out to us, info@lunarealtybelize.com. Put opportunity number 2 at June 2025 in the subject line, and we'll get those details to you. All right, opportunity number 3 is located at Grand Baymen Gardens. Grand Baymen Gardens is branded as a Best Western property. However, owners can decide if they want to be in the Best Western nightly rentals or if they want to be in the long-term rentals or not rented it at all. This specific owner has the property, has this condo in the long-term rental market. I believe they're getting about $1,400 US per month for it. So if you just want a turnkey operation, there's already a renter in there who would love to stay there, then you have it already set for you. This is probably one of the nicest properties I've seen, a 2-bedroom under the 300,000 mark for sure. You have the custom mahogany cabinetry, you have stainless steel appliances, you have new furniture that was just added very, very recently. So it has that fresh feel to it. The building was built in 2012, built to hurricane standards. Windows are the windows are hurricane-proof windows as well And this one does come fully furnished. All of these come fully furnished unless otherwise noted. But this is, I think, one of the best properties on the market right now under the 300,000 mark. This is located a couple of blocks from the Caribbean, and you're within walking distance to town. You're within walking distance to that new water taxi terminal. There's little shops around, restaurants. So it's a really convenient location for somebody who wants to be close to town, or it's essentially in town, but not quite, right? You still have a little bit of separation. It's a 7-acre property. So you have definitely some separation between the heart of town and your own little enclave. Now, do note that there are a handful of amenities on site. There's a pool, tennis court, fitness club, and there is also a restaurant here and a concierge service. This one is not offering seller financing. This is opportunity number 3, located at Grand Baymen, going for $285 US. All right, opportunity number 4, I'm throwing in a single family home. I know this home has been talked about quite a bit amongst our expat friends over here. A lot of people have been eyeing this home. However, there is no seller financing. So it is a true 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. You are on your own lot. It's a 50 by 100 lot. You can see you have some grass there. You have some nice mature landscaping, some hammocks, but it was recently renovated as well. So the kitchen is looking fresh and nice. There's a bodega on site, so you can use it as your storage shed. But this is a great option for somebody who's looking for a single standalone home with yard space. It's located about 2 miles south of the heart of the downtown area, so about a 10-minute golf cart ride in order to get into town. But this is within the San Marcos neighborhood. This is a very residential area. Within the San Marcos neighborhood, you have a middle class and upper middle class local grouping. And then you also have expats who are looking just for properties that are more affordable, especially compared to what it is that you'll be finding on the beachfront. So a great option for somebody who's looking for that single family home. No financing available. I was informed that they could do very short-term financing, over a 6-month period. However, if you need anything longer than that, then there's not going to be the seller financing. This is opportunity number 4, Casa Sailfish. All right, opportunity number 5 is going to be at La Belizea. This is located about 8.5 miles north of town. So this is beyond Ishtanha. This is going to be about a 45-minute golf cart ride into the heart of the downtown area. This is located at the beginning of Newtown. It's fully furnished. It is a Caribbean front development. You do have Caribbean views from your veranda. You have 2 bedrooms with king beds in them, beautifully furnished. I really like the architecture of this complex. And again, we can send you the listing links, but I really like the architecture of this complex. It's something different. It's not necessarily the traditional builds that we're seeing. It has character, it has charm, it has curves. And so this is a great option for somebody who wants that Caribbean view, but needs to stay, or prefer to stay under 400,000. 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath, about 15, oh, sorry. Yeah, two baths, sorry, just a little typo there. 2-bedroom, 2 bath, but it is 1,500 square feet. HOA is $750 a month and includes internet. And this is going for $345. Now, do note that if you're looking for a Caribbean front or Caribbean views from your 2-bedroom, this is the only true Caribbean front that is available right now with 2 bedrooms. And I say that because the Laguna condo, it has Caribbean front views right now. However, there is vacant land there, so that could change in the future. Here, there's not going to be anything that's built in front of this, so you know that you're going to have those views forever. And every now and again, we get people like, well, I want to be closer to town. I want the $350,000. I will tell you, you're probably about 5 to 7 years too late. But with that being said, we can see how much growth has happened here on the island. And we can just imagine as the growth continues in the northward direction, that there's going to be more up north. We're already seeing it. We're seeing new construction happening there. We're seeing a lot of new homes that are getting constructed. Land has been allocated in this Newtown area for a school, for a future hospital. I say future, we don't know when it's going to be, but at some point, but we do know that there is that planning there for the next town. So this is a great opportunity for somebody who wants that true Caribbean view with a 2-bedroom under $350,000. This is opportunity number 5. Opportunity number 6 is a standalone home at Laguna. So that first opportunity that we looked at, and I come here, there are condos within Laguna, but then there are also standalone homes along the lagoon. So this is a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath, about 1,000 square feet. It's going for $369. There is seller financing available. There is seller financing. Your HOA about $290. And then your annual insurance is going to run about $1,200 US a month. So 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath. And you can see here from this picture, there's really nice water views. You're looking right out there at the lagoon. Alrighty, this is opportunity number 6, the Laguna home. This is one of the only properties that's available with financing. That's a 2-bedroom. And what's nice about this property too is it has this rooftop veranda. So you'll have some really nice views of the sunrises and the sunsets. Alrighty, opportunity number 7 and our last opportunity on the market today for a 2-bedroom is Anglers Cove Townhome. This is located about 2 miles north of the bridge, very close to Grand Caribe in the Buena Vista neighborhood, which is one of the higher end neighborhoods here on Ambergris Caye. It's only about an 8-minute golf cart ride from the heart of the downtown area. It's immaculately furnished. The furniture is going to stay with the property. So I think that it's a really, really good deal personally for this being fully furnished and for getting everything that is there. It's a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,800 square feet. Monthly HOA is $350. This one's going for $395. Note that this property is held in a transferable Belize corporation, so you can assume the company, which helps to lower your closing costs. There's no seller financing. She did say she could maybe consider it, but it's not something that she is really excited to do, but she could possibly consider it. And then do note that Anglers Cove, that the nightly rentals are not permitted here. So this is an ideal property for somebody who is looking for a home to live in here on the island, or you're not quite ready to move down yet. You don't want to deal with the vacation rental market, but you are interested in a long-term renter. This would be a great property for a long-term rental. It's in a really great location. There's a dock, a community dock, because this is on the lagoon. So you have water views, you have multiple verandas, you have the dock that you can park your boat up to. There's a finished garage as well here, so you can park your golf cart there. There's a covered carport as well. So this is a really, really great property, but ideally for somebody who wants to put their property in long-term rental or spend more time here and come and go. Only 6 townhomes here in total in this community, but they have a pool, they have a grilling area, a really, really great spot there. This is opportunity number 7 of Anglers Cove Townhome. And then I did throw one bonus in here. This is not a 2-bedroom, but it is a 3-bedroom and it is under the 400 mark. This is a ground floor, 1,700 square foot property. It has partial water views and it's located within Las Terrazas. Las Terrazas is a high-end property where they have a beautiful pool on site. They do really well with the rentals. It's operating as a successful rental right now, but this seller will finance. And that's why I wanted to throw this in here, because she is willing to go a little bit longer with the financing terms. Typically, in Belize, seller financing is 50% down, 3 to 5 year term, 8 to 10% interest. This seller will go longer than that and will require less down. So it gives you a little bit more flexibility. The one thing I will note is that the HOA fee tends to be a little bit higher than in other developments or communities. They do take incredible care of this property. It's probably the best maintained property here on the island of Ambergris Caye. And it includes the insurance. So insurance is usually marked off as a separate line item. You can see it there, but this is including the insurance, and they have liability insurance as well, which not every hotel has. So this is located 3.5 miles north of town. It's about a 17-minute golf cart ride into the heart of the downtown area, but a really great option for somebody who maybe is okay with a little bit more space and a little extra bedroom, but they are looking for something with financing. All right, let me give you a quick recap of one through the bonus opportunity. Opportunity number 1 is the Laguna condo for $249. Opportunity number 2 is the Ishtanha Gardens condo for $260. Opportunity number 3 is the Grand Baymen condo going for $285. Opportunity number 4 is Casa Sailfish going for $310. Opportunity number 5 is at La Belizea. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath going for $345. Opportunity number 6 is a Laguna home going for $369 and does have seller financing. Opportunity number 7 is Anglers Cove Townhome going for $395, held in a transferable Belize corporation. And then the bonus is Las Terrazas, the 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,700 square foot ground floor condo located right over here, about 3.5 miles north of the bridge. So with that, we went through a lot of information. There's a whirlwind of details to share with you. What is we do tend to find is the most helpful is if you reach out to us directly, we can schedule a one-on-one with you to really understand a little bit more about what it is that you're looking for and how we can best help you accomplish that. It's not necessarily a one-size-fits-all solution for everybody out there. But our goal is to listen to you and then help you find the right property, whether it's our specific listing or not. We want what's absolutely best for you. Reach out to us, info@lunarealtybelize.com. Info@lunarealtybelize.com is a great way to get in touch with us. Or of course, you can always WhatsApp us, or call us or text on the number that you see there on the screen. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. And hopefully we'll see you here in Belize sometime. Bye everyone.